What is going on, guys? DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about the GOAT cards. So I don't think anyone really predicted that there was going to be 22 of these cards. I really didn't. I expected the GOAT cards to be like the top 10 players of all time. I'm also not that surprised by, say, a Kevin Durant card or by a Giannis or Steph card, because when it's all said and done, for me anyway, I think it's almost a formality that both Steph Curry and Kevin Durant end up in the top 10 players of all time. And you just never know with Giannis. Like, at the minute, he was ranked like 30 by, was it ESPN, which is too high. But if he ends up winning a couple of championships in Milwaukee, develops some sort of a decent three ball, which it looks to be getting better and better, you never know. Like, he has the potential to be the best player to ever pick up a basketball. If he gets any sort of a jump shot, he probably will be. But at the end of the day, they made a lot of these. So starting off from the Kobe card at the end of April, then the next GOAT card was Jordan, I think. Pretty sure Jordan was the next GOAT card. Then there was Light Magic and Kareem, Larry Bird. So yeah, we now have 22 of these cards. And while there definitely are some undeserving players of getting GOAT cards, because let's be real, Vince Carter probably is the worst of all these players to get a GOAT card. And do not try to argue Vince Carter over Steph Curry or Vince Carter over Giannis. Just do not make that argument. But at least a potential future GOAT has got 2 GOAT cards, and in my opinion, the GOAT has also got 2. So unfortunately, he doesn't have one when he was in his prime on Miami, but it is what it is. So in this video, we are going to rank all of the GOAT cards from worst to best. So all 22 of these will be ranked. So at number 22, we have got John Stockton. Unfortunately, Stockton cannot live up to his basically GOAT equivalent of a GOAT card at the time, which was this Stockton right here. An incredible card. This Pink Diamond Stockton, one of the best players in the game. However, this opal is just not it. I get it, he's got 99 stats at everything, and he's Tendo glitched. He is 6'1", which is tiny. As well as that, he's got awful SIGs. And you guys don't know how bad Pro 4, Pro 2, Pro 4 is. Like, he has got probably the worst pro behind the back, along with the worst tween in the game, and a terrible moving hezzy. Like, his SIGs are so bad. Like, I wish Stockton was good. I really wish Stockton was good, but he's not. He's just not good at all, lads. I'm sorry, he's not. Next, we have got another one of the new cards today, and it's Dirk Nowitzki. Dirk Nowitzki, his SIGs are actually pretty alright for a big man. He doesn't have incredible length. He's got hot zones everywhere. Yeah, he's got like range extender, but this isn't like the novelty of the 2K18 Dirk, where he was the only big man with Hall of Fame range extender in the game. Or Hall of Fame, well, it was limitless back then. I keep mixing them up. Half the time I'll call it range, half the time I'll still call it limitless. Limitless was a way better name for the badge, that's all I'm going to say. But he's got perfect stats, obviously. Badges wise, basically perfect. And these cards all have basically perfect stats and badges, so I'm just going to explain based really on SIGs and release. And the problem is that the Dirk upper and Dirk base is terrible. Dirk's release is awful. He's got a good hop step. Another big problem with Dirk is that his post fade is really bad for some reason. I don't know why. Like, you'd think Dirk Nowitzki would have a good post fade away. It's not. It's awful. It's absolutely awful. Then we have got at number 20, we got Bill Russell. Bill Russell is good. He's good. Like, this is where we get into the actual pretty good cards. There's no reason to use this card. He's not much better than like a Jokic. He's just not. He's worse than a Dino. He's worse than Eddie Curry. He's just not worth anything. But it doesn't mean he's not a good card. Like, if you are a big Celtics fan, if you're a big Bill Russell fan, you want to use him, go ahead. Because he's got a good between, not a good behind the back. His release is fine off the catch. Like, I hate Penny's release off the dribble, and I get it's a Pro 3 hezzy, but if you don't want a point center with Bill Russell, like, that release, base 10 is fine off the catch. He just does not have enough length, really, to be an elite card in this game. However, he's nowhere near as bad as some people are saying he is. Like, he's fine. He's fine to use. Trust me, he's fine. He's not good. He's fine. That's probably the best way to describe him. Then we got Steph Curry. Steph, again, he's got good enough, good tween. He's got a good crossover. He does not have a good movement behind the back at all. Pro 2 is terrible. As well as that Steph's release, it's fine. Like, it's not very quick, it's not slow. You can cook people in Unlimited with this Steph. No question about it. Heck, you can cook people with John Stockton. To be honest, if you know what you're doing, you can cook people with freaking Diamond Kobe White. Like, it's not difficult. It's just on the defensive end. A lot of people are saying, oh, he gets post-spinned by the big men. That's not what I've realized. Like, when I come up against Curry, all I do is, I don't post-spin. I just hold and let go of L2. And you get into weird animations, and eventually you just walk him under the basket. And his wingspan's too short. Like, even with his badges, he's too small to guard post-ups. So, for that reason, I can't put him any higher than here at number 19. Then we got Kobe Bryant, the original GOAT card. He's a lot better now than he was when he first came out. That's all I'm going to say. The big problem with this card is he's like him and Magic, as far as I know, well, and Kareem as well, are the only ones that aren't Tendo glitched. Like, his tendencies are awful. They are awful. He's got the Kobe size up, which is the Kobe escape, where if you can flick up and he goes through the legs. Like, that is one of the best animations in general in this game. He's a horrible layout package. His release is fine. Again, Kobe's release is okay. It's not like it's bad, but it's not exceptional. His behind the back is okay. His SIGs aren't very good. So, yeah, and there is still a bit of a weird, like, I'm not going to say a delay or a hitch and jump, but there's a weird delay between when you have to release it and when it looks like you're releasing it. It's just not a card that I've liked from the day he came out. So, he's down here low. Then we got Hakeem. Hakeem versus Bill Russell is preference, honestly, and I just think Hakeem being 2 inches taller, I'm going to put him ahead. Like, pretty sure they have the same SIGs. No, he's got Pro 2 behind him. Pro 2 is better than Pro 4. I'm going to say that right now. Pro 2 is better than Pro 4. Like, Pro 2 behind the back works okay if you are a 3-hunter, but Hakeem's definitely not a 3-hunter. Hakeem, though, has got, obviously, he can tween as well, Pro 2. Got a great hop step as well. Not the worst catch and shoot release in the world, but not a great one. But I'm still going to give him that slight advantage over a Bill Russell. Then we have got Wilt Chamberlain. So Wilt, defensively, Wilt is God tier. Wilt might be the best in this, best defensive of all these, including the guy who I have at number 1. He might be the best defensive one. Obviously, all Hall of Fame defensive badges. Is he Tendo glitched? He's got not great on-ball steal tendency, but he's got great pass interception, contest, and block shots. So as long as he's not guarding a ball handler, he's going to be insane. He's got not good SIGs. However, his tween is not terrible. Like, the normal 5 tween is not awful. I'm trying to think who has that one similar. Like, it's Danny Granger, Kevin Love, Noah. Like, it's not terrible. It's not spectacular, but it's not terrible. Set shot 17, high green window, but it's not a good release. I'm going to say that right now. If Wilt Chamberlain had a better release, he'd be top 5. But he doesn't. So, he's down here at, like, number... What's it? 20, 19, 18, 17. He's there here at number 16. So, sure, look, it is what it is. At 15, this card is not that bad. I'm telling you right now, this card is not that bad. Tim Duncan. He is not that bad. I thought he was going to be terrible because I've only used his release on goal quick draw. It is not good. Like, obviously, he's got 68 Hall of Fame badges. Like, badges-wise, he's got some of the most in the game. Like, 68. He's got basically perfect tendencies. He's also got the Pro 2 tween, which a lot of them have. But he's got the Pro 3 behind the back, so he can rim run. And he can rim run with that behind the back. It helps so much. His release is no worse than Wilt Chamberlain or Hakeem's. If anything, it's faster. Not much. It's not good release, but it's not even as good as Bill Russell's release. However, it is no worse than Wilt and Hakeem, and he's got the best behind the back in the game. So I gotta put him, he's not too high, but you gotta put him up here at least. Then we got Shaquille O'Neal. Like, he is like a much, much better Tim Duncan. So Shaq's at 98 speed acceleration, 97 midi, 99 or 97 3, 99 mid, 64 Hall of Fame badges. He's Tendo glitched. He was like one of the first cards to be Tendo glitched. They gave him the Pro 2 cross so we can tween up and in the floor, as well as the Pro 5 behind the back. He is probably the best, no, he's probably the 3rd best rim running center in this game. His behind the back, his Pro 5 is really good. Pro 5 is a really good rim running behind the back. Not as good for rim running as Pro 3. It's more of a 3 hunting one, but it still can be used very, very well for rim running. So for that reason, he is a little bit higher than the likes of Wilt and Duncan. Then we have got Oscar Robertson. So he is the Player of the Month award. I do not rate him as highly as some people do. Like, I've got the card. He's good. Don't get me wrong. Like, but on my team, like, does he make my team over Simmons? Not a chance. Does he make my team over Pink Diamond Giannis? No. Does he make my team over Pink Diamond LaMelo? That's a debate. Does he make it over Bonga? Probably. I love Bonga though. I'm starting to use Bonga more, and he's been unbelievable for me. 65 hot badges, 10 no glitch, as well as the Pro 3 behind the back. Not a great cross. He's got actually his tween's not terrible. It's the AK tween. And as well as that, just a pretty great release. So overall, he is a good card. Don't get me wrong, he's a good card. But he's kind of around the middle of the pack in terms of GOAT opals. And then we got Michael Jordan. You guys might think Jordan should be higher, but I just don't like that release. I prefer his release on Gold Quick Draw. I loved his release on this opal here. I hate it on the Doom. I prefer his release on Gold Quick Draw, just like Kobe. However, got a great on-ball steal and pass interception tendency. I get it that his other tendencies aren't the best. That 98 for Jordan, he gets bumpier than anybody else. I don't know why it is, but he's the best defense player in the game. He's got unbelievable Pro 3 behind the back as well, and has all his own layup package. I don't like the Jordan layup package because he goes for like 360 layups a lot, but at the end of the day, not the biggest deal in the world. Then we got Larry Legend himself. So Larry Legend is just outside our top 10 at number 11. So 63 hops, 11 golds. Tendencies are okay, or good on ball steal, okay, everything else. Sigs, he's got not great sigs, but his release is fantastic. As well as that, he's got decent length and a good wingspan. So Larry Bird at number 11. I think the top 9, I don't think anyone's going to argue. However, the guy I have at number 10, I love this card. It's Vince. As Vince Carter, other opals, number 1 hater. What the hell happened did they do to this card? I don't know. Like, if you guys have been watching my gameplays earlier, it's been Vince that's been carrying me. He's the one player I can green with consistently on Xbox. He's been in my team the whole time. 10 no glitch, Pro 3 behind the back. Whatever the hell's up with this Vince Carter release. He's the only player, or Nick Van Exel as well. He's the only player that Vince Carter release on half quick draw, and it feels like it's the biggest green window in the game. It's rare that I don't green with Vince. Like, he has been, I love using this card. He's an unbelievable cone. He is unbelievable. And just the way he shoots the ball, he is just a better version of Michael Jordan. In my opinion, obviously Jordan has the better primary position, but let's be real, you're not running either of my point guard. However, Vince is just literally a better Jordan. Now to number 9, this is where we get into the elites. We got Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson has got the Pro 3 behind the back. His release is not good though. It is not good. He is still fantastic. Defensively, he's still incredible, but he's not 10 no glitch as far as I know. Yeah, he's not 10 no glitch. As well as that, the Pro 3 behind the back in terms of the meta of this game, it's still really good, but it's not as important as the tween, especially the Pro 8 in terms of like dribble glitching. People kind of figured out new ways of playing this game, but it still is really good, and he still is the best deep hash point guard in this game, in my opinion. Then we've got LeBron James, the small forward, power forward. So again, 69 Hall of Fame badges, 5 golds is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. He's 10 no glitched, has got Pro 8. It's really, really great. The problem is that LeBron James release. That is literally the only problem, and the reason for that is that he very rarely shoots corner threes. Most of the time when he shoots the ball from the corners, it ends up being a long 2, and especially playing at the small forward / power forward position, that is a big negative. It's not a negative when he's playing a point guard, and like the only way you can really get away with using him is if you take the ball off the floor with him. I don't think he's enough better than the 2-guard small forward one to use either. Although he is, again, one of the best cards in the game. In terms of like overall cards, he's top 20 in the game, but like, is he any higher than number 8 in this list? I don't think so. At number 7, we got Tracy McGrady, one of the new cards. So T-Mac has got Quick Draw Hall of Fame, Range Hall of Fame, Floor General Handles for Days Hall of Fame. Again, like 66 half badges. Funny enough, there's 4 badges he doesn't have, which is kind of weird at this stage in the game. You only have 71 badges. It's mad. I think there's only like 33 or 34 badges in 2K19, and you know, all these guys have at least 70 badges. Then we've got, he's 10 no glitch as well. As well as that, he's got okay sigs. Great hezzy though, great hezzy. He is a 3 hunter. That is really the way you're going to use him. He can rim run a little bit, but he's going to be great on defense. Good length, small forward position. I'm sorry, the 2-guard position. And yeah, just going to be an overall good card. Then at number 6, just outside the top 5, we have got the new Kevin Durant. The Snake himself. I still cannot believe it. I cannot believe 2K put Snake skin in the background for a Kevin Durant card. I can't believe it. But again, perfect stats, perfect tendencies. He's got the bad behind the back, but actually for 3 hunting it's not awful. But he's got the Pro 2 tween, which is great. Kevin Durant is just a straight arm king. Unfortunately, he just is the straight arm king. For that reason, he is just outside top 5. Doesn't, like, still unbelievable card. Like, this card might be, he just might be the number 5 card in the game. Not gonna lie. Or number 6 or 7 card in the game. Not gonna lie. He might be number 6 or 7 in best cards, but for this list, it's all GOAT cards. He's number 6. Then, we got small forward / power forward Giannis. Funnily enough, if I was like making my best squad in general, this Giannis would be in it over the other Giannis, just because I would rather run Simmons as one of my point guards, because I think Simmons at the point guard position isn't that much worse than the point guard Giannis. However, I think Giannis' small forward is a lot better than the next best small forwards. But he's got a 97 3 ball, 99 lateral quickness, 99 perimeter defense, 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 99 offense defensive rebounding, 99 speed with ball, 98 ball control, again 10 no glitched. He's got the normal 2 behind the back, which is unbelievable, the glitch behind the back. Also got the best layup package in the game. And yeah, Giannis is Giannis at the end of the day. And speaking of Giannis being Giannis, number 4 is Giannis. Number 4 is point guard Giannis. I just think for most people, you'd rather have him at point guard than have him at small forward. And as well as that, like, he's got more badges, so that's it. Like, same SIGs. He's got a few more badges, so like literally you're not going to notice the difference between these 2 cards, are you? You are not going to notice the difference at all. Now we're on to number 3. And at number 3, we're going with point guard LeBron James. I still cannot believe they do not have a GOAT LeBron James for Miami Heat. I cannot believe it. Or even an opal LeBron for Miami Heat. This is LeBron James's 4th Galaxy Opal this year. But the only real difference is, like, he's got 69 Hall of Fame badges, whereas the other LeBron James he has 69 as well. So literally the only difference is that he can play the point guard position. And for some people like Giannis, it doesn't make that much of a difference whether he can play point guard or not. But for this LeBron right here, because of the fact he can't shoot corner threes, and if you're at small forward / power forward, you're corner sitting most of the time, it is very, very important. Now, on number 2, this is a close one, but number 2 is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He's not 10 no glitch. He's not. Tendencies are terrible. He plays the entire floor. He plays every single lane. It is crazy. He's got the Giannis behind the back. He's got a really nice release. 99 in every stat. And a massive player build. Also, the sky hook definitely helps, but Kareem is next level, but he's not number 1. He is not number 1. And number 1, Yao Ming, the 7'6" giant out of China. Yao Ming. Yao Ming, once people figured out how to use this guy, they 10 no glitched him. Yeah, he does not have good dribble moves, but you know what he can do? The crossover behind the back dribble move, where if you just quickly cross over into behind the back and you like glitch into some like massive, really quick behind the back to speed boost, his standing release, fantastic. It's Boogie's release. And once people did not know how good this card was for about 3 or 4 days. And like, I think even I had him like 5 in my last top 100 list. But trust me, he's going to be number 1 in the final top 100 list, because this is the best card in my team. It's probably the best card in my team history. So anyway, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hands rocking. When I link with ball point, you know it's not.